News of the hour. Lord Balin Victor.
We have to get out of here! Witness! To see! What's going on? By the ancestors.
Good on you, Warden. You caught them in the act. I guess desperate times drive people.
I shall do it. Very well. As you wish.
So, I have a question for you, dwarf.
That sounds like passing.
Darkspawn. Some statues should sod off and ask their sodded questions to someone else.
Most impressive, Warden. King Balin's ascent to his father's throne has been recorded in the memories. Is there something more I can help you with? What's this? A list of names. Most of these clans no longer even exist. Is this authentic?
You bet your hairy arse it is. Taken from a tablet in Caridin's fortress, no less.
Then is it true? The rumors of Caridin's so-called volunteers? Extraordinary! I would love to make a copy of this. The Shaperate has never had much information on Caridin and his golems, much less proof of this magnitude. Warden, I hope this artifact from our archives will suffice as a reward. I must inform the Shaperate at once.
I started to worry. I didn't know if you were ever coming back. Did you find any records? Any sign of the old Ortan Tig? You found them? Let me see. That's my great-grandmother's name. And her husband! Oh, great ancestors, it's them! It's me! I am an Ortan. Oh, thank you. I have to take these to the assembly right away. Find me there. Once these are acknowledged, I'll give you any reward. You wish. My name's Orta. After the old Ortan house. They gave our seat back. And the records show which houses still owe House Ortan money. One day, I will be able to properly thank you for all you've done for me. I will. And I don't know what treasure is left. But whatever I get, you can have as much as you want. I'll have to find someone willing to look. Maybe a whole expedition. If the Tig is still there, it must have something. House Ortan will not forget this kindness. Didn't that sound official?
News of the hour. Balin is king. Future of Orzammar.
Have you seen? I'm only asking because you never know who's gonna. Right. Best in.
the drunken dwarf have saved its former wife if it could? I assumed that since the drunken dwarf was a master of the inappropriate, it lacked the ability to actually be offended.
Good call. Truth is, I don't know. She was almost crazier than when we were married, it looked like.
Almost. It is exaggerating, surely.
Branka was always a bit twitchy. There was that day she took her forging hammer to my head for misplacing her tongs. Good times.
I'm finding the nature of its relationship to this Branka difficult to imagine.
Make-up sex. She really knew how to polish the old anvil, if you take my meaning. Paragon. Yeah.
I'm done imagining now.
Give me a moment. Of course everything's all right. Just give me one sodding moment. By the stone. I feel like I'm about to fall off the world with all that sky up there. Strange? Strange is your wife turning out to prefer the ladies, not living in a world without a bleeding ceiling. Well, let's get moving. We're losing, daylight.
I have a question for it, if it will indulge me. It chose to side with Caridin and destroy the Anvil of the Void. I agree with its decision, and yet the Paragon Branka was the reason it ventured into the Deep Roads. Why did it choose to defy her? It could not have known for certain that Caridin would be able to assist it with the dwarves. Well, as long as it's sure. At any rate, I wanted to thank it. It gave Caridin the end he wanted, and I'm pleased to have been a part of it. I will have to think on Caridin's words to me. It was a great deal to absorb, but for now, let us go on. It has occurred to me that I have been... Excuse me. This is not easy. It occurs to me that I have been less than charitable with it since it reanimated me. I have come to realize that it has been good to me. You have been good to me, even though you had no control rod to enforce obedience. I have never had one before, so I don't know how to thank you for being, you know. Exactly so. I followed you expecting to find answers to my questions, but I think I have found something better. No, it's a one-time thing. I don't want to raise its expectations to unrealistic levels after all. Oh, let us not speak of this awkward bonding moment ever again. To the road. I am listening.
If there's anything I can do for you, please, I'm sure you'll be...
I'm to keep this, am I? Fine. I'm to keep this,
It'll do, sure. It'll do, sure. It'll do, sure. It'll do, sure. It'll do, sure.
Why, thank you so much.
Most kind. Most kind.
Unexpected. Thank you.
You have excellent gloves? You're giving me gloves? What for? I did not mean to sound ungrateful. It is just... Wait, these are Dalish, are they not? My mother was Dalish, and had a pair very similar to these. The leather was less thick, and it had more embroidery, but these are very close, and quite handsome. Do I seem surprised? Perhaps I am. Still, I appreciate the fact that you even thought of me. No one has simply given me a gift before. Thank you.
Enchantment? Enchantment!
Indeed.
Indeed. Right ahead.
Shame about the face!
On my way. It's done. Yes, of course. Drop right ahead. As you like.
Delighted.
So, you and the Grey Warden, huh?
I hope you're not referring to Alistair.
Make her rest the souls of all, Templar and Mage, who gave their lives.
A little something extra, for friendship. You have some kind of problem. Oh? What was this about? I worried this might happen. I hoped it wouldn't be you who came for me. I have no choice. Forgive me, Warden, but I cannot go back with you.
There you are. Wanted to talk to you. Aye, here we go. You and I, we've... You know how sometimes you spend time with people and things? What? Keep your hands where I can see them. Sheesh. Can a man address a friend without getting all weird? I was just asking a favor. You had to go all that on me. I was thinking, I do know some people out here on the surface. A person, actually. A girl I knew in Orzammar. Before I left, obviously. What? Oh, you mean where we were rutting? Oh, aye. After Bronco left for the deep roads. Name's Felsi. She was a fiery one. I'm sure she's forgiven me by now. Thought maybe I'd track her down, see how she's been living. I tried to look her up the last time we were at Lake Calenhad. She wasn't at work at the inn. At home with her sick mother, they said. I figured it was just the ancestors telling me something. But I keep thinking about her. Well, and a good friend you are, Warden. I'll think about you if we ever... no, actually, that would be gross. No, what was it you wanted to say? You want to be a berserker? Thought I'd never see the day. No, see, it's funny because you'll never be able to do it. A mage wants to be a berserker? But if you know someone fit for this type of work, I'll teach him. It'll be nice to have another berserker to grunt at for a change. If you want to think like a berserker, drop fair from your vocabulary. If it works, that's all. What, you don't see me waist-deep in entrails every time I sodding step up to fight? I'll teach your warriors to be the best berserkers on the bleeding surface. What the sod is there to know? You get mad, you fly into battle, and things die. It's pretty simple. The hard part is getting in touch with your rage. We all learn to hold that back. It's why we don't kill every duster who looks at us sideways. You need to shut that off. For some people, being in battle is enough. But others have to think about something. Violence, monsters, nobles, your wife, whatever. I, especially my wife. Why not? When you fight, you get mad. By the stone, it's a sodding tactic to enrage your enemy so he makes a mistake, right? Berserkers grab that anger and drink it like it's yesterday's ale. Then we turn it against our foes and watch the limbs fly. Well, for most berserkers it does. Several years ago, I worked with a berserker on one expedition who just couldn't work himself up. We had to kick him in the stones before he could get going. I'm listening. What about? It's sodding great. At first I was a little queasy with all that air, but there's just so much of it. No one has any idea who you are or what you're doing. And the ale? Oh, who'd have thought? Ale made with grain. Aye, the surface is great. It's like a big, bright world of filth without a ceiling. My kind of place. Hey, let's go find something to kill, huh? All this talk makes my hands twitchy. I got a moment, sure. What about? Oh, sure. I'm fine with it. I mean, she was a real firebrand between the sheets, but a bit soft in the skull, you know what I mean? Explains why she left, anyway. Well, what do you think? I mean, she was my wife. I spent 2 years trying to save her while she was off boffing that tramp and feeding my cousins to the darkspawn. And now she's dead, and there's no way to ever make things better. It's good to be with friends, you know. Or at least chest deep in fallen enemies. You want to get moving now? My throat's sore from all this relating. I got a moment, sure. What about? Handling what? Bronca? That treasure's been long buried. Ancestors take me. You people whine like tea kettles around here. I got a moment, sure. What about? Aye, the surface is great. It's like a big, bright world of filth without a ceiling. My kind of place. Hey, let's go find some... I got a moment, sure. What about? What? Miss Orzammar? Are you mad, in addition to being ugly? They treated me like a puddle fly back there. I'm never going back. You get a sword or an axe, and are told to go out and defend your city. It's the best thing in the world. That is until you try to live in the city you saved. Sure, if you like following orders from some shaper with his head so far up his own arse he can't see out his neck. I mean, they train you to kill, teach you to harness your rage at the first noise you hear, then try to set 100 sodding rules about it. Like those provings. Ancestors show their favor through the strongest arm, right? So why so many rules saying how to fight and when you win and not to bloody kill? Killing's what swords are for. You toss a nug to a deep stalker, you don't expect it not to eat the thing, right? This makes me cranky. Don't you have any other inane questions? All right. What about? All right. Aye, all right then.
And so I shall.
There she is. I'm gonna go talk to her. Look, you gotta back me up here. Got it? Thanks, Warden. I hadn't thought of that. Find out how much she misses old Ogren or who I have to kill, and then I'll go sweep her off her feet. That's me, Mr. Charm.
Yes?
Oh, good news, lady. You're single.
Why? What did he do to deserve this?
What can I get for you? And don't say mead. We ran out of that a week ago. And don't say rum, either. Ran out the day before yesterday. And don't say brandy. Oh, we haven't yet. It's just terrible. We got it from a shady Orlesian trader, and I think it might really be turpentine.
Felsi! I need tables clean, girl!
I've got a customer! Alright, who wants to know? And you admit it? You don't smell drunk. Get kicked in the head by a Bronto, did you? What happened? Is that a serious question? Have you met Ogren? He got drunk. Drunker than usual, even. Took off his pants and challenged a roast nug to a wrestling match at my father's funeral. He lost, by the way. The roast got him in an arm lock. He sat there crying for half an hour before someone pulled it off him. It was a sodding good roast.
Felsi, what in Andraste's name are you doing? The tables, girl!
All right! I've got to get back to work. I got work to do. I don't need to think about that sodding waste.
Welcome back to the Spoiled Princess. How may I serve you today? Brother Gen... no. No, of course not. I've never heard of him. Who?
Listen, the person you're looking for isn't here. You should be on your way as soon as possible.
Keep your voice down. I'm afraid. I have a wife, a 3-year-old son, and they're watching me. They're looking for anyone asking for this Brother Genitivi. They told me to act like nothing's wrong and just deny ever having... What can you do? I do what they want. You should be on your guard and leave quickly. I don't know what happened to the knights, but I doubt it was anything good. Goodbye, and make her turn his gaze on you.
I got work to do. I don't need to think about that sodding waste.
Wouldn't we all just get along? No? Now this is confusing.
I got work to do. I don't need to think about that sodding waste.
Welcome back to the Spoiled Princess. How may I serve you today? Of course. What?
chantry.
You have robes and such that you must wear.
And,
You're awake. Did you feel it too? It was like the Archdemon saw us. Saw us! What does that mean? I think... Wait. Did you hear that?
I
guess it's like Duncan once
I
said.
would have liked to get back at
We
the
can
one who
sense
hit
them,
me.
and they can sense us. We'd best be more careful from now on. This camp isn't safe any longer.
Will they send next? Darkspawn tax collectors?
Fortifications should be built around the camp.
Ask away. Yes, me too. And I got the feeling at the end there that it saw us, was aware of us, whatever you want to call it. Could have just been my imagination, I suppose. What do you think? I thought we were already being extra careful. Does that mean we have to be extra careful now? Great. There I was, enjoying my nap. I guess one thing is certain at least, isn't it? It's official. This is a blight.
Indeed.
Indeed.
I'm sensing more darkspawn.
I tried to be merciful.
I see.
Watch out!
What are you doing in Haven? There's nothing for you here. We do not appreciate lowlanders looking about our home as though it was some sort of zoo. Who? Perhaps revered Father Eirik will know of whom you speak. Unfortunately, he's ministering to the villagers at the moment and cannot be disturbed.
Revered father? I've never heard of this.
It's always been thus in Haven. We do not question tradition. The urn is nothing but a legend. I do not know who Brother Genitivi is or what he says. However, I'm sure people can convince themselves of anything. It's always been thus in Haven. We do not question tradition. You may trade for supplies at the shop if you wish. Then I suggest you and your companions leave.
They are hiding something. 'Tis obvious, is it not?
I was not expecting to find something so unsettling.
That is human blood.
Mm-hmm.
Come, on in. Tell us,
I don't like this. It's almost too quiet. Something's not right. I can feel it.
Well, this is nice. I wonder if they have a tavern.
'Tis a quiet enough village. Looks can be deceiving.
Who are you? You're not from Haven. I don't have much, but What are you doing? That's private! No! No!
So I shall.
Begin the onslaught!
Wins again.
Yes?
That is a most offensive odor.
And you're looking at me?
Should I be looking elsewhere? Have you forgotten about the fish you stored in your backpack, perhaps?
I was saving it. Won't be ready for the lie for at least another day.
Even the Chastened did not have such disgusting habits, and they consumed the flesh of the dead.
Fine, fine. Have it here.
It sounds like they are singing the chant in there. Maybe...
We are blessed beyond measure. We are chosen by the holy and beloved to be her guardians. This sacred duty is given to us alone. Rejoice, my brethren, and prepare your hearts to receive her. Lift up your voices and despair not, for she will raise her faithful servants to glory when her...
Ah, welcome. I heard we had a visitor wandering about the village. I trust you've enjoyed your time in Haven so far? This, my brothers, is what happens when you let an outsider into the village. They have no respect for our privacy. He will tell others of us if we let him. Word will spread, and then what? You, stranger, do not understand our ways. You would bring war to Haven in your ignorance. We don't owe you any explanations for our actions. We have a sacred duty. Failure to protect her would be a greater sin. All will be forgiven.
Who are you? They've sent you to finish it. You don't know how glad I am to see someone who isn't from this village. The leg's not doing so well, and I can't feel my foot. Thank you. That feels much better. I don't have time to rest now. I'm so close. The urn is just up that mountain. The Arl is sick. Will he live? The Arl is a noble soul, but the ashes will surely cure him. Haven lies in the shadow of the mountain that holds the urn. There is an old temple there built to protect it. The door is always locked, but I know what the key is. Ivric wears a medallion that opens the temple door. I've seen what he does with it. Yes, that is your key. Take me to the mountainside, and I will show you. Ah, good. Help me up here. I'll try not to slow us down. Here we are. Give me the medallion. Yes, you see, it can be manipulated, just like this. And there. A key to open the way. Now, where does this go? Oh, what I would give to have seen this hall in all its splendor, as it was meant to be. Still, sweep away the ice and the snow, and traces of beauty remain. I'm sorry, what? I was a little distracted, I apologize. These carvings were created just after Andraste's death, and they may reveal things about her life that we do not yet know. I think I need more time to study these statues and carvings. I could not keep up with you with my injuries. I should be safe. I don't think there are any villagers here. Go. I will be all right. Perhaps my destiny was only to lead you to the Ann. I'll be right here if you need me. Now I need something to write on.